use 25 gallons of water a day, right?
Yes, we use about 25 gallons of water a day. And this is for our 3 compartment sinks and our sanitation buckets. We are going to go to spraying the tables and using paper towels here pretty soon. So that is going to conserve a little bit of water for washing the tables as soon as our spray bottles come in. So we'll just fill those up, so not quite as much water will be used for that.
Do you know, like, the water that you use that you don't use, do you consume it, or what do you do with, like, the extra water?
We have a drain in the back. There's a big pipe back there. It's like a sewer drain, and we take all the dirty water and it's dumped back in that drain back there in the back. It's a big pipe that comes up. We don't dump it over here in our sinks next to our compartment sinks, because water splashes up, and that's where we put our clean dishes, and we don't want any of that unsanitary water splashing on our dishes.
And you said you use the same rag, or not the same rag, but the same bucket of water, so you can conserve energy conserve water when you're washing the tables?
Well, in the morning we have those 3 sanitation buckets that are sitting right over there. We fix those in the morning, and then we turn around because the strength of the sanitation dissipates, so we have to refix them in the afternoon to make sure it's killing the germs on the table. But we will be eliminating those buckets here shortly. As soon as our spray bottles come in, we're just going to have sanitation water mixed in the spray bottles, and they gave us paper towels, so we'll be using those. So we'll be using more paper towels and less water when we get those in.
Can we look at the big buckets of water again? Or are they not good?
Compartment sinks?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go back there. Our water line. We always go up to our water line right here. We have wash, rinse, and sanitize. This is usually as hot as we can get it, and then pretty warm, and then the sanitation one, you have to use cool water with your Clorox, because if you use hot water, it dissipates your strength of your cleaning solution.
All right.
What other questions did you have about it?
No, that'll be it. So 25 gallons of water.
Am I going to be on TV or what? No. About 25 a day, because we fill these up. Actually, we fill them up in the morning, and then if they get dirty, we do redo them. So I added that in with the amount of water that we use.
So if the water is dirty, like when you do the dishes, you don't.
Yes, we do drain it, and we do it over. Yes. It depends on what we have for lunch, but as soon as the water gets real soily, we change the water out. So our dishes are very sanitized.
All right, well.
And then we just have this little hand sink over here that we use for washing hands. And the ladies do have to wash their hands every time they change tasks. They have to wash their hands in between tasks. So here she goes washing her hands. You're on camera. Oh. Happy birthday, and you have to sing the happy birthday song. You have to do a good washing and get your hands clean.
And you're supposed to sing happy birthday to you.
That's what we're supposed to do. They choose a task or get ready to serve, they do have to go and wash their hands again. So we do use a lot of water washing hands.
How many times do you think you guys use the water washing your hands per day?
I would say the servers, 1, 2, 3, probably 4 or 5 times during lunch. Yeah, about 4 or 5 times a day. The prep lady probably 6 or 7. She probably does hers a little bit more.
How do you guys think you can conserve that water? All the water, how do you guys think you can conserve it?
Well, we don't leave the water running when we're rinsing our fruit. We use the big quart pitchers, and so we fill them up and pour them over the fruit, so we don't leave the water running for that. And then again, when we go to the spray bottles and fill them up, we won't be filling up the buckets as much. We'll have smaller spray bottles, so that's going to conserve on water a little bit. But there's no change on the hand washing. That's a must with the health department, so there's no change in that. But just making sure that they turn the water off immediately after they're done. And that's pretty much it.
All right, well, thank you for your time.
Thank you for your time.
Okay, you're welcome. I'll look for my
Yes.
Thank you, sweetie. Till 7 o'clock.
All right, so you allowed us to interview, right? Absolutely right. So how do you conserve water on your daily basis as a science teacher and like working with water a lot?
Okay, so as a science teacher, in my personal life and my home life, I make sure to limit the time that I use the shower. I make sure that I have a full load of laundry. That way I'm not doing laundry on a daily basis. Make sure that my dishwasher is full. So just trying to make sure that my water use is very purposeful. In the school setting right now, we have not been using as much water, but my students are working on a water conservation project. So we have posters that are going to be going up today showing the school how to conserve water, talking about recycling our water bottles, talking about making sure we turn off the sinks and the faucets and flushing the toilet only when necessary. And then we are hoping to build a greenhouse as well, and then we are going to try and get a hydroponic system to do that. And hydroponics involve a water pump, so we would be recycling that water to continuously water the plants instead of wasting that water and then requiring new.
All right, well, thank you for your time.
Thank you.